Hey, what's up with it, guys? Um, Before we start the podcast, I just wanted to show you guys a couple of things. First of all, check out my eyebrows. I went to like line it up. I ended up almost shaving the bitch completely off. Look at that shit. It's almost bald, so forgive me if I look like I have no eyebrows. But anyways, let me just share the screen. Make sure I don't share no funny business. Okay. I've been known to share some fucked up shit by accident. But here we are. You guys might not be aware because I don't think I talked about it. I don't know if I talked about it on YouTube yet. But if I did, then I'm talking about it again. If I didn't, then I'm talking about it now. You heard? So these are my t-shirts, man. It's Teammacho.shop. Go figure. And I got the game time tees. Anybody who knows me knows it's kind of my motto. Every time I'm in the gym, in the room, or it's like one of my ad libs. It's game time. That's basically my reply to everything. Game time, baby. So game time tees, game time on the front, Team Macho on the back. Then we got the I'm not a scientist tee, uh, the logo on the front, on the back. I'm not a fucking scientist. I'm a bodybuilder. Simple as that, baby. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. I'm not here to do a bunch of scientific shit and break down the chemistry of the gear and the fucking you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be here trying to be a damn kinesiologist when I'm in the gym. I'm focused on effort. Obviously, I want to be targeting the muscles properly, but doesn't take a fucking brain scientist to do that. It's about effort. Yeah, people are so focused on being so perfect that they forget effort, which is the most important part. But anyways, I digress. But these are my teas, man. So if you want to show some support, check it out. I don't really ask for much. I just put out content, and if you guys like it, this would help support me and then put me in a position where I could put out more content because I edit all this shit myself. I do all the work myself. I film everything myself, and it's a lot of work. And I want to put out more content, but I can't really handle any more work, so I'm gonna have to hire people. But that's a investment, and the investment has to make sense at the end of the day. So for it to make sense, I got to see some return, right? It is what it is. I didn't, none of us got into this podcast for money, but if you're going to invest money, you're going to have to make something, or you're just throwing away your money in the toilet. And we can't do that because we're grown men and we have bills to pay. But speaking of bills to pay, let me pull up my homie in crime. How do you move this? Can you move this? Oh, there we go. My homie in crime, Mr. Beef Stew, Stuart Sutherland, aka Beef Stew himself. He got some shirts as well. You guys probably know about this by now because we've talked about it a few times on the podcast. But why not talk about it again? It's my homie. I want to see him. I want to see him get some compensation as well. He shows up to my podcast weekly. I don't give him shit. I don't pay him. I don't even say thank you. So this is my way of saying thank you, um, by saying, cop his fucking t-shirts, man. Show him some love, man. He's taking time out of his day to do these podcasts. I know you guys like him on there. I know you guys like Stu on there. Who doesn't like Stu, man? It's a great guy, but I don't want to get too much on here. This is a long ass fucking ad, so I'm gonna cut it there. But enjoy the fucking podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Doing all right. Sorry I'm late.
Oh no, you good, man. You still running around doing the business of bodybuilding?
Nah, dude, I'm chilling, man. I'm tired. This month I'm kind of just like relaxing a little bit, you know?
Good, good. That's what I want to
Yeah,
hear. It's
yeah.
only so much you can handle before it's fucking before you shave off your eyebrows like me look.
Dude,
I lost my shit.
what happened with that, bro?
It was by accident, man. I was just tired, and I put on the wrong guard, and boom, it went off. One of
Wait,
those.
wait,
Mhm.
you shave your eyebrows normally? Like
I
you
usually
said, you put on the
don't.
wrong guard.
I usually don't. And this day, I was like, let me see how it looks a little lower. And just hey, listen. If you get tired enough, you start doing weird shit, bro. You start doing weird shit, and then now I look like Sam Cassell. Somebody said, but it's okay. Hey, Stu, let me hear your speaker.
Better?
Whoa,
Oh yeah, you sound far away.
that's controversial, Stu.
Turn the mic volume up. See if you can turn the mic volume up.
Yeah, let's see what that sounds like. But right now, that's sounding rated R.
Is that better?
Oh, say something again.
Bro,
Let me see.
bro, you sound
Yo,
like a virus, bro.
yo, Ken, I think
Virus?
Ken's right.
Is
We've
that
been
getting
having
too low?
some rocky starts, Ken.
Is that
We've been having some rocky starts. You didn't even see how this started, bro. The past 15 minutes, we've been trying to figure out this shit. Oh man, no,
I'm adjusting the mic level. Is that better?
Yeah, that's a lot
it's
better.
starting to get better. It's starting to get better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a little
So-
lower. Keep talking to
okay.
me. Yeah, what do we think?
You sound clear, just low, Ken. Would you say that?
Yeah. Yeah,
You
just a
sound
little
clear.
bit low, but you're clear now. Yeah.
Okay, how's
It's better
this?
than
Say it one more
I.
time.
Is this serviceable?
Yes,
That
that I can
that's
hear
like
him.
a what 6.8, Ken? Like a six. That's like a 6.8. No, it's like a 7.
Round it to a seven. Round it to a
But I
seven.
think okay,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
Sounds good. Just fucking turn up my volume. Okay.
Fuck it,
Yeah.
yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
I feel like Stu, I haven't spoken to you in like weeks. How are you? How have you been? Are you moving next month, right?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm moving next month. Sorry, Megan's blending shit right now, so just don't talk to me for a second, okay?
we can't hear it. We can't hear it, right?
We can't hear it. We can't hear
No,
it.
we can't
Yeah.
hear it. You good? You good, Stu? Go on, Stu. There we go. Best
I'm done
podcast in the
blending.
world, brother. Yeah,
Yeah,
greatest podcast in the world.
I'm we're moving at the end of October.
Okay.
So like 2 months from now, basically.
Mhm.
Are you putting all your stuff in a U-Haul and driving everything down? I got to talk to you
Fuck
after.
no.
Yeah, because
No,
I've never done a
so
cross-country move. So yeah.
it sucks.
So
I've done 2 of them now.
yeah.
And what I do is I get one of those U boxes, which is a U-Haul thing. I don't know if you ever
Okay.
seen like those moving pod
Yeah.
deals. Same deal. It's like a container that you can fill up, and it takes like 2 weeks to like fill it, ship it, and deliver it, but you don't have to drag a trailer, which is
Okay.
really nice.
Mhm.
So we're just gonna drive our cars down.
Okay.
Damn, yeah. It sounds kind of stressful, low key.
I mean,
Dude,
yeah, it's a 5-day road trip. So
Mhm.
I'll be honest, because my car right now, I mean, I don't want to get a new car because it's paid off. So I'm like, why bother? But dude, my car it's got some miles on it. I'm like, if I drive this car down,
what
I
kind of
don't know if
car
it's
is it? How old is it? How many miles?
so it's a 2013 Dodge Charger RT, and it's got 120,000 miles on it right now.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Change.
You're good.
Dude,
You're good. Yeah, you chilling.
no, don't worry about it. I drove a Lexus, an '07 Lexus IS. Now it's a Lexus, right? So it's very
Okay.
reliable, but that had like 190,000 miles on it. I drove across the country. And get this, I didn't check the rear tires before I left. Dude, you could see the fucking like bead on the thing when I got
Oh
there. I was
man.
like, man, how did this not explode? So, yeah,
Oh man.
that sounds fine. I mean, I don't think it's a RT, so it's like a Hemi,
V8.
right?
Yeah, Hemi. Yep.
I don't think
Mhm.
those are dangerous engines.
Nah,
They're not
he'll
going to
be
blow up on you.
he'll be good. He'll be good. You have a timeline, Ken, of when you're trying to get out there?
So we're forecasting like we're gonna probably spend the holidays with the family here, and then probably January. So right before New York Pro prep starts, we're gonna
Man,
just head out. Yep.
y'all moving right. Y'all moving ASAP. I wanna head out, man. I don't know. I feel like I got some loose ends I got to tie up. But
Sounds ominous, bro.
I know.
Your loose ends.
but like that, you can't beat Dallas. If you're a bodybuilder right now, that Dallas for Worth area, you can't beat it, bro. It's different. It's different. Like you can make it work anywhere, but it's not about making it work. Like why not be in the best possible place to do what you got to do? You know? I
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
and for me, like just training wise, you can, like you said, you can train anywhere, but I know now that I've turned pro and I see, the landscape, I know what I'm leaving on the table. Every day I go into my regular gym, and it's a great gym. You get all the basic equipment and everything you need, but like I look online and I see, like, I haven't hack squatted in years, dude, because we have like one of those old school knee busters. you
Ooh.
know it's like, dude, just little things like that where it's like, man, I'm really leaving a lot on the table here, and if I really I'm gonna say I'm gonna take this bodybuilding thing seriously at this point, I need to start making those moves.
Mhm.
And Texas, just Andrew's there obviously in Dallas, so that's the main reason, to be honest. My coach is already there, so it's like it just makes sense,
Mhm.
just to make that happen.
Hey Ken, not for nothing, man. You have a shit ton of potential, man. So you got to capitalize on this shit, man. You got to capitalize on it, you know. So being next
Yeah.
to your coach, being in that environment, I think you will, bro. I think you will, you know.
Most importantly, we can do in-person podcasts once we all move there. We're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
we're gonna take over the back room and destination, the couches, Ken.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna we're
Yeah.
You
gonna run
might
a podcast off
you,
of there. I've not
you might
actually
have to
done
talk a
it
little
yet,
louder, still.
but
You might,
is this better?
yeah,
Yeah.
a
Just
little
gotta
better,
hold it
yeah.
up here on my gut.
Mhm. I just saw Ken post something actually. Let me see. Right? Did you not? Let me
But
see.
probably my stories. Are you talking
My
about my
story.
my progress photos?
Yeah,
272 pounds.
yeah. I
Still,
mean, that's
I'm
impressive.
trying to keep up with you big boys, man.
And
Guys
not
are
fat.
Yeah,
guys are
you're shorter, so that's even what the fuck did that do? You're shorter, so that's pretty impressive. And you're lean. How do you pause it? Okay, yeah.
Hey,
And look,
dude, wacky.
you're lean. The waist is there. You know, if you have posing trunks on, you're probably in pretty good shape, off season shape. You
no,
know.
Andrew doesn't let you send no checkers without posing trunks, bro. Like
Oh yeah.
I could be 40% body fat, man. I gotta rock that.
do you,
Rock it in
do,
shame.
do you not find it a hassle? Like I'm not a morning person. When I wake up, I'm so like I feel like I'm dragging my ass every day. So like just changing out of my boxes, it feels like I'm fucking. I don't know. It feels like a lot of work.
So
Mhm,
when I first started, I
mhm,
was under that same thought process, right? But Andrew put it in a way that kind of makes sense, right? Like,
mhm.
if you think about it, this is our job, bro. Like, you, it's almost like, dude, you don't, when it's your job, you don't feel like going into the office at 7 a.m. You're still
That's
gonna
true.
go in, right?
No matter what. Yeah.
So,
Facts.
so it's kind of the same thing. And sometimes, like, especially with posing trunks, like, dude, it shows everything. Like, you can put on a pair of boxer briefs and you look crazy, right? Like sometimes you're not that lean, but you kind of look great. Posing trunks kind of
Yeah.
exposes everything, right? So it's kind of like you really get a true sense of what's really going on
Speaking
behind the
of posing
scenes.
trunks showing everything, look at that guest posing in the boxers. Yeah.
Still, man, you already know. Like, for
We're
people
doing the same
listening,
shit.
behind the scenes, I was like, "Yo, guys, where can I get these classic trucks, man, for the guests?" But Stu was like, "Just go with the Gasp stuff, man." So,
Did you get a hold of some of
Oh,
those?
yeah, I got the Gasp hot pants. Yeah, hot pants on
Okay.
there.
Hot
Yeah,
pants. Huh.
That's what it's called, hot pants.
Yeah, that's what it's called. That's what it's called.
A photo shoot. That's photo shoot shorts. Ken got that walk, that ominous walk now. That's
What
the
did you
same
call
walk.
it? You called it the
Ominous walk.
Nigerian walk or something? Like you
Yeah.
said,
Yeah,
all
with
the
like
Andrew's
Nigerians do
long
it.
ass arms down here dangling around.
when Andrew came out, he came out with that walk, and you're like, uh-oh, it's game time.
It's in your blood.
He can't help it. Yeah, that was a solid guest posing. Let me see what.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, you went to Torture, yeah. That
Yeah.
new tech shit is fire.
What up,
Straight
Josh?
up.
Josh is
Josh,
the man.
shout out to Josh, man. Josh is the man. And let me just say this: when I was there, I'm not going to mention other gyms, but other gyms made me pay. But when I was there, Torture took care of me. They're like, hey, Josh, obviously, from Serious Bodybuilding, dude, they welcomed me with open arms. It was great, man. I had a really great time just training over there. And that new tech stuff was my first time. It's legit. Like you feel it. I've never trained on. It felt like I was training on like next gen tech. You know.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
The first time I felt it too, I was like, bro, what the fuck is this? It feels perfect, bro. It feels perfect.
Yeah.
But that shit goes a long way. Listen, when you take care of athletes, it goes. We don't forget that. We don't take it lightly. If you let us in your gym and take care of us, we don't take that shit lightly. We take that shit to heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know they welcomed me with open arms, and Josh, facilitated the whole thing. So shout out to Josh. He's one of the general managers there at Torture, and it was a great experience, man. If I'm back in Vegas, actually, in fact, I'm not going to say it, but we're planning events in the near future over there. So it's just when you welcome people and you don't know what connection that makes down the line. So yeah, shout out Torture, shout out Josh. It's been good, and shout out Serious Bodybuilding because they connected us all.
Speaking of serious bodybuilding, take it away, Stu.
Is anybody in need of a shirt? Because I got a lot of fucking shirts that I need to get rid of. Like I said, I'm moving in 2 months, and I don't want to drag those things all the way across the country. It's going to take up space in my car. So help a brother out. Take these shirts off my hand, and it will fix your receding hairline. Guaranteed. Or your money back.
10% more gains as well.
Yeah.
10% more gains. But speaking of course, speaking of Vegas, man, being that I'm close to there, I gotta take more trips out there. I still really do like Vegas. It's a different vibe. It's a little more fancy than Texas. And I'm not really a fancy person, but I really do like Vegas. And let me actually pull up. I just saw.
You say you're not a fancy person. You're wearing 2 gold chains.
Yeah, I'm kind of lying. Yeah, low key I am, but not when I'm working out.
You are the fanciest person of anybody on this podcast.
Yes,
like
100%.
You had matching outfits at the Texas Pro, like the fucking top and bottom, the shorts and the shoes were clean.
All right, let me say that when I'm working out, I want the gym to be dingy. Basically, I don't know why. It makes me feel comfortable. It doesn't. You don't need a dingy gym to work out, but the dingier the better. I want fucking mice running across the room. I want the bathroom to just be dirty as fuck.
I don't want mice, but but what I would say about
their mice,
Texas,
they better be big, like juiced up mice. Like somebody left some Anadrol in the dumpster, and they got into it, and they're fucking 3-pound mice.
What I would say I like about Texas though, like a lot of outside of Absolute Recomp, like a lot of the gyms there, even Destination, kind of a little bit. Like, dude, like when you're training and like Torture, all these gyms, they're really nice. The air is like really good. It's like well ventilated. Texas, you go like Metroflex or like Plano Metroflex, or bro, you're just sweating bullets all day. Yeah. Like you don't even need cardio, bro. You could just get shredded just training there, just all the time.
I fucking love it.
I like that, man.
Me too, bro. Me too. Well, we have a Metroflex here in Long Beach, and it has that same energy to it. It's just one. It's like you feel like you're in Texas just in that one area, and it makes you train hard. Sounds like
Yeah.
a funny thing to say, but it literally makes you train hard. I had the best leg day I had there. I had the best leg day there than I had probably all year long. You know.
Yeah, because I trained with Andrew at a gym down in South Dallas. It was actually called Fitness Nation. It's called Fitness Nation Gym.
Wow,
No
what's the
pun, I
chances of
swear to God.
Copyright infringement.
But the gym was air conditioned. But I guess for Texans, that's air conditioned. For me, dude, I was sweating bullets. I was like, I'm gonna die in here. There's no air in here, you know? I was like sweating bullets, bro. It was so hot. You're like, dude, it's air
What the
conditioned.
fuck
I'm like,
on?
no, it's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
this not
You
kind of.
know?
Oh shit, bro. Speaking of sweating bullets, right? I've been having a really bad digestion, like really fucking bad, to the point that I was getting concerned. I'm like, I might need to see a specialist. I was just bloated the whole night. I was like, and I told Condon I might have to end this rebound because I don't think I'm digesting anything. I'm just everything's just sitting on my stomach. And then he was like, "Oh, I had something similar happen to me. I got this cleanse protocol. It's a little intense, but I think it'll get the job done." He downplayed the intensity of it. You know, it's basically like almost like a 24-hour fast, and you're taking in crazy amounts of Epsom salt, the edible one, not the one with the fragrance and shit. The edible one, taking in olive oil and grapefruit juice, and this is like a 24-hour period, bro. It was. I felt like I had like a fever. I'm just sitting on the toilet. I couldn't even get off the toilet at one point because it was just coming out. I'm like, how? I've had no food. I had no food in the day. What is coming out? And it goes to show you that you might not, you can have food backed up for days. Probably for weeks. I don't know. And you might think, you're digesting all your food, but I had shit coming out like 24 hours nonstop. And I'm like, what is coming out? What is this? But the shit worked, So I was sitting there just sweating bullets. I felt like I was like, do I have to call the fucking ambulance or some shit? I was just heated, just getting hot, to the point that I took an ice pack and put on my forehead on the toilet with an ice pack on my forehead, but it worked, So if you guys ever have really bad digestion, let me know. I'll send you over that protocol, man.
Fuck that. No, thank you. I no.
That shit.
That sounds intense, dude.
It was bad. Toward the middle, I was like, I don't know if I could do this again. I got to be honest. This is kind of intense, but I'm happy I did it. I'm happy I did it.
That's the kind of
stuff you ate in high school.
Yeah, that kind of stuff, man. It's like, damn, I'm gonna get a hemorrhoid just for doing this shit. It's just like shit, it's crazy. Yeah.
He says sometimes bodybuilders get like gallbladder stones or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But he said when he did it it worked well. It almost saved his life basically because apparently he had like bad gallbladder stones, some shit like that, but it works. All right. I just wanted to, since we were talking about Vegas, I wanted to pull this up real quick. Okay. Well, first of all, Keon is engaged, right? Yep. Keon is engaged. So shout out Keon.
Congrats, bro.
Congrats on the engagement.
I have to say, just like seeing like Keon's life. I mean, only 3 years ago, he's openly talked about it, like how he was borderline suicidal, and seeing how he is today, his mindset, man, like forget the Olympia win, forget all that, like just seeing how he is as a person psychologically, I'm so happy for him. He seems genuinely happy. So congratulations, bro.
I think he was only able to win because of his mindset shifting.
Yeah.
Because of being in that place, I think it goes hand in hand. Like where your mind goes, it sounds, cliche, but your mind has to be right first and foremost. If that's fucked up, me and Stu was talking about that last night, actually. If your mind's fucked up, you can forget about your body. Your body might as well, it's over for that. If your headspace is not right, nothing is going to work. You know what I'm saying? And once he got into the right headspace, he literally went straight to Olympia, straight to Miss Olympia. So that tells you a lot about his headspace. So shout out Keon, but he posted an update that I thought was really impressive. There was a time where Keon wasn't even this lean on stage. You remember? Like
Mhm.
literally, there was a time where he wasn't even in this shape on stage. So he's came a long way.
His
Yeah.
hamstrings have also significantly come up.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
by a long shot.
yeah.
Glutes, the whole nine.
It's
Yeah.
always interesting, like when people win the Olympia, um, how they start to just pull away, from the rest of the pack.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know what causes that.
I think
Obviously,
confidence, right?
yeah, none of us has ever been at the top, but it happens all the time, right? Like someone wins an Olympia and then they start to just separate themselves from the
Right.
rest of the competition,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like Keon is starting, he's actually starting to do that, he's starting to do that.
Well, when it comes to genetics, I mean, you ain't fucking with his genetics. So, is as long as he does everything in his power to bring his best look, I mean, it's gonna be hard to beat, right? Because we're talking about somebody who genetically is very superior. So the rest is gonna be just the work, and I think he's in a place where he's ready to do the work.
Yeah.
But if you pull up Keon, you got to pull up the nemesis. I don't know if he's been posting, but Sean had a completely different look to his muscle, to his skin. If they're very, very different. Like Sean has this like graininess and this pop to him that's very impressive, but really different from Keon. Keon is bubbly. I don't know what to call Sean. Sean is like, I don't know.
Dense. It's
Yeah, how do
very
you even?
dense. It's just very dense. Like it just feels like the muscle is wrapped on top of muscle, you know?
He he looks like how he trains, basically.
Yeah.
The fuck is it? He looks like how he trains, but he hasn't posted no updates. I'm trying to get a
I
little
almost
peek.
I can almost make an argument that pound for pound, Sean is probably one of the strongest bodybuilders today, pound for
I, th-
pound.
I mean, I think so. I mean, if you compare his weight to his lifts, then yeah, he
Yeah.
has to be. At one point he was lifting himself with dumbbells, right? He was up to
Yeah.
160s, 170s, and I'm like, wait, how does that even? How do you do that? How do you lift
Insane.
it
Like,
yourself in each arm?
Yeah.
It
It's
doesn't really make
crazy.
sense. And I mean, I could say pound for pound, he's one of the most muscular guys in the IFBB, you know,
100%.
actually,
but he don't post.
there's a South American guy. I think he might be Brazilian, who just won that show down there in South America.
Hmm.
Who is like almost as muscular as, or pretty on par with the muscularity of Sean. He looks
Whoa,
fucking crazy. I'm
what's his
forgetting his
name?
name, but he's probably 5'3", and just slabs of muscle. Um,
Can
he
I
just
find
won a
him?
show last weekend, I think.
So he should be on Bodybuilding Without Borders.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
probably.
would be. You'd have to dig a little bit since they just did North Americans and there's a bajillion posts.
Oh, also when I was at Metroflex, I was able to use this True Scarp machine. Yeah, that shit is weird
Oh
as hell,
yeah.
bro. It feels great. Like what my leg pump was crazy, but I couldn't do much weight. It's like it was not something that you could do a lot of weight on. Of course, Joe
Yeah.
did a lot of weight on it because that's what Joe does. But I just couldn't. I couldn't do more than like I don't know 2 plates probably.
Have you seen that? This seems to be like the newest back machine. Have you seen the one you kind of
I've
sit
seen it.
into it like a almost like you're doing like a hack
I've
and then
seen.
you pull? I think Sean just
It.
got it too. I'm like, I want to try that machine out. It looks sick.
Like looking at it, it looks like it makes sense. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
It's like a barber roll, but it kind of puts you in position.
Yeah.
Is there a video? Yeah, I saw him using it before. I've been seeing
He just
people
he
use
just he
that.
just he just he just got it. Yeah, right there. Right there. Yeah.
A Rogers
What
piece?
company? What company is that?
I don't
I have
know.
no idea.
It's not
You don't
Rogers.
say. Probably Rogers. I fucking love those. I like machines now. It's weird. I used to just not be into it, but I'm getting into it, man. Some of these machines are good.
Yeah, there's actually some that the seat, there's actually a back seat, so it locks you in. I don't know what variant, but but yeah, this is a pretty. I would like to try it out. It looks good.
Oh yeah, that was
But I
great
don't know,
actually.
man. Sean gets like a new piece every week. I would love to see what's in that gym because
You
Yeah,
need to become friends with him. He might let you in.
Oh,
I'm
where did he
white,
live?
so it's not happening. But
Well, he lives in Dallas.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he trains at
Oh,
Destination semi-frequently.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I knew. I think I knew he was in Texas, but I didn't know which part. Okay. Shout out Sean. Let's see if I can find this guy. Probably not, but I'm gonna try anyways. Let me know if you see him, Stu. Which show did he do?
One of the South American ones. It was last weekend, I think.
Okay. Wait, shout out A Train first of all. This guy looks crazy, and he's a really big dude. He's like, I think he's like probably 290 here. He's tall
Wow.
too. Good shape, yeah. Okay.
Thought he was going to do the USA's when I did it, and he
Yeah, he
wait,
was supposed to that. Yeah,
was it
I'm
that
not
year
sure.
or the next
Yeah,
one?
well, I don't remember. He was supposed to do it a couple years.
It was this show,
This
Belo
guy looks really
Horizonte.
good.
If you go to Muscle Contest International, it
Uh,
um might have his picture on there.
wait, what
Man,
was
there's
he a
so
212 guy? Open.
Yeah, he's 212. He's like 5'3".
Yeah, those 212 guys are crazy. You don't see him, right?
God, there's so many pictures, man. So
Yeah.
much
I'm just
stuff
looking. I'm like,
happening in bodybuilding.
I have no idea what any of these shows are that I'm
No,
seeing.
I mean either. There's a bunch of shows we don't know about, but there's good guys, man.
There,
Like,
middle one. This actually to the right. Post to the right is him.
That's him, Fabrico. Yeah, that's what it's saying there.
Yeah.
Oh,
oh
this
my,
guy.
Fabrizio
I've seen this
Pachola.
guy. I've seen this guy.
He's been
his
to the
face.
Olympia before.
He got an interesting face.
Hey, that don't matter.
No, no, not like a bad way. Just
Look
unique.
at that. Just shitloads of muscle.
Did he get bigger? I feel like I've seen him before, but I don't
He
remember him
definitely
being.
got bigger, man.
I think he got
I don't
bigger.
remember
Yeah.
him being this like stacked. You know,
Yeah,
I've seen him
look
before.
at his back, man. There's just no gaps. He can't
Holy
even
shit.
move properly. It's insane.
Yeah,
So
he
yeah, it's like he can't
he
move.
could barely pose. That's impressive. And he won.
Yeah, if you go to the picture to the left,
Or just click on his
um,
profile. No,
oh wait,
it's the
that's his
other one.
coach.
They're both
Wow.
Fabrico. That's the other one.
Oh damn! Why did it take
I
me all
lost
the way at the
it,
beginning? Oh my god! This
baby.
is oh my goodness. You know what? Podcast over. Let's go. Let's go.
A lot of
Let me
technical
see.
Right,
difficulties today.
right there, right there. Yep.
Look at how much shorter he is than the rest of the lineup.
Yeah, I just
Those are
saw
all
that.
The top
midgets,
one.
right?
Fabrico Moreira Pro.
He has the same name as his coach. That's
Yeah, I guess
Brazilians,
so.
interesting.
man. They have like 4 names down there.
You're right. They do actually. Holy shit! What the fuck? That's impressive, bro. He's like 4'11".
Yeah, hold on, scroll up. That picture on the left there of him in the lineup. These are all really short dudes, right?
Yeah,
He's significantly shorter than them.
that's the Quelo guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Lucas
pretty
Quello.
impressive. He's pretty impressive himself.
I liked when he had the dreads. He looked sick.
Yeah, and it made him stand out. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
blends in now. Sometimes you got to keep that. He was at New York. Oh,
That's where I saw him. I was like, I remember him.
This year?
oh, I didn't remember. Oh, but the guy that beat him was fucking insane, bro.
Ole?
Holy fuck,
Yeah,
that guy's
Ole
insane.
broke his leg.
Oh
Legs.
shit, you're right.
He's one of Apollo's athletes. He trains at their gym and he's out, unfortunately.
Stu, legs. Two.
Well, yeah,
What?
both of them.
Yeah.
It's not good. You don't want to break both. How do you break both legs?
I don't know if it
Oh,
was a gym accident or what,
Who
but
knows?
Is it him?
No,
Top one.
up.
How the fuck do you break both legs? Oh no, that's bad. Wait, that's over. If you break both legs in like your 30s, are you gonna go back to 100%? Do you think so?
I don't
I
know,
saw.
man. He's a very hardworking dude, so
Well, if he has big legs though.
I wouldn't put it past him. He's freaky strong too. Like he barbell squats like 5, 6 plates.
It just sucks because, I mean, when he won New York, he had just come from Ukraine, like from the war. He had only been
Mhm.
training here for a couple months, and then for this to happen, it's like you just left a war-torn region, to pursue your dreams, and then you get this kind of setback. It's
Very
rough, man.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Well, he has big legs. Maybe he can come back. From what I heard, breaking bones is a lot easier to recover than tearing muscles, apparently, for at least for athletes. That's what I've heard.
Don't recommend either, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard at least. Hey, when is this Italy show?
Next weekend.
Dude, they keep pushing it back a week. I swear it was this week.
I,
I've
I
been waiting
swear,
for it
bro. I swear,
to.
I swear it's been coming up forever. I'm like, it just keeps coming up and never gets here. All right, but there's no show this weekend.
I mean, there's probably 17 classic shows or something. Wait, there was a classic show yesterday, actually.
Oh yeah. Let me put up the whole lineup. Actually, right? I should probably do that. So if we're
Yeah.
gonna cover the amateur, let's really cover it. So now it's the NPC North Americans they call it now.
It's Boston. Fuck, dude.
Oh, you went to Boston to do a recap?
Wish he would do
I
it
will
for
say,
us.
I will say, Chris Knox looked really good. Obviously, Toby was structurally, it's just hard to beat a guy like that, right? But Chris
Mhm.
Knox looked really good too. So shout out to Chris. He was close. I mean, Chris has been competing for quite some time. I think Stu, he's been competing longer than even you.
Yeah.
So
Well, the thing is, he's been at like in the heavyweight division at the national level for years now.
yeah,
Oh, you think you
And
got to
if
move
you're
up?
just beating your head against the wall as a heavyweight and you can't turn pro, go up,
go up.
you know?
Yeah, yeah,
That's fuck, that's what I would do.
yeah.
Oh
Because
wait,
I competed against him in 22. I know he was there in 21. So it's like Stu's right. Maybe it's time to just push to supers. I think Tim John did that for USA's last year. Tim John was a heavy for the longest time, and then he pushed up to supers, recently. So it's very
yeah, I
close.
think if you give it a couple of tries, you may have to move up, even if you're close. Because I think when you're close, you're like, I can do it because I'm close. But unless you're like maybe too short, oh, I guess height doesn't even matter because shit, Carlos moves all the way up to a super
Yeah.
from a light heavy. So it's really just keep going up. If it's not working in the weight class, you might as well go up. Like Brett is gonna go up now. I personally think he can get his card as a heavy, but he's been trying too long now, so he might as well go up.
Brett
I feel
should be a
like some
super.
people at the national level almost get comfortable there. They hit a couple of national shows each year. They do the circuit. They see their friends at the show,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're like, "Okay, we'll run it back next year," and they don't get to the next level.
I know what you mean.
When
Mm-hmm.
really they need like a year and a half, 2 years to like put on 15 pounds of tissue.
Facts. I think Brett gets lost. You know how we talked about, like, for you as a pro, it's like he's not the mass master, but he's not the shape guy. But so Brett is like
He's just stuck in the
he
middle with a bunch of different things. He's a solid bodybuilder, good physique,
exactly,
right? But there's nothing that's going to push him over. Yeah. Yeah, it's an
exactly. So
awkward place to be.
especially as a heavy, now as a super, then I think that changes the game because now he's big and he has all those other attributes. So
Yeah.
All right. Can you
Yeah,
guys see?
yeah,
Yep.
because I feel like Brett Brett, if you look at him just in this lineup amongst the, let's be honest, it's the three in the middle that we're looking at here, Brett, Chris, and Toby.
Yeah,
Um, if you look at him, he's severely under muscled compared to
for
the other
sure.
two,
No,
you
for
know.
sure,
So
for sure.
so it's like, dude, just you may as well just go supers, you know.
And even though his shape is pretty, you could make. I mean, so is
Toby,
what's his actual name? Toby.
Toby, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Can't do. I don't know. Did you call? I don't know if you call it pretty. You call it aesthetic. He has good shape. Let's say that, right? Because I think he's too bubbly for me to call him pretty. I think this looks more pretty. This is like he's big and bubbly, so I don't want to call it pretty. I would say he has good shape, right? That fair?
Aesthetic is such a overused, vacuous word
Yeah.
nowadays that
Yeah.
you could pull a
He's-
vacuum, you're aesthetic. That doesn't mean shit.
He's got a powerful physique. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
His physique is just it looks like a powerful physique. Brett's looks pretty, you know.
Exactly. Honestly, at this point, like I don't like last year. Some people considered me pretty. I don't think I want to be considered pretty at this point because as a super, I don't think. Or they're heavies, but still, it's like pretty sometimes isn't a good thing in certain divisions. In classic, I think it's a good thing, but sometimes you need a little bit of freak factor, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be too pretty. You don't want to be a little nasty with it too. But yeah, we're looking at these three basically. And
Yeah, you can tell they're a step above. Like, you can tell there's a clear delineation between the three of them, and then fourth place down. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty clear.
But being completely honest, man, I don't think anybody's touching Toby.
No,
just looking at the front poses, he seemed to be ahead by
quad sweep, the lat flare is like the delt pop, everything is just next level. His side leg is significantly better.
Yeah.
And his conditioning is not well, I mean, his conditioning is good, but he doesn't have like dug out glutes like those guys do. But it didn't matter. It really didn't matter.
But it's like an Andrew thing. Even though he's not actually leaner than them, he has a pop and a level of detail in certain body parts that he kind of looks more conditioned than them in certain poses, right? I don't think he is because Brett was fucking peeled. But in this lineup looking, Brett doesn't actually look that much more peeled than him, even though he actually is, right? It's weird.
I think if you zoomed up real close and you were at the judges table, you could probably see, but again, it doesn't matter. There's so many other things there that are pushing him over.
Agree.
And it's a muscle contest, right? Like, I looked at their individual photos. I looked at Brett, Chris, Toby. Pound for pound muscle, he just has way more muscle than
he does.
He's just way more of a muscular person. So even if he doesn't have the conditioning they do, the fact that muscle is just sitting on the skin and it's pushing out, he looks bigger and he looks like he can stand with them in conditioning. But
facts,
you kind of know on the amateur level, like once your conditioning is in, sometimes you kind of lose your back because the back is always the last thing for most people to get, So like for Brett, I know Brett looks really good from the front, but from the back too, it seems like because he was so conditioned, he lost a little bit up top. You know what I
mean? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, at the USA's he brought a fuller look, but I guess they didn't like it.
I would say Brett should not do a crab because he's tall. He should probably do like a standing, like a Lavroni style, because he's tall. He can dominate like that. The crab, he kind of looks smaller than the two of them.
He does. He actually does. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's making himself look smaller than them. Actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Chris Knox did it too. Yeah,
Chris
but
quads came up. Chris quads came up significantly this year.
Yeah,
I feel like.
But that same Andrew effect in that Jordan and Nate, that's his name, right? Nate. Yeah, Nate. They were significantly more conditioned than him. Technically, I think they had a lot lower body fat, but it doesn't matter. Like you looking at them, I'm like, it's not doing anything. It's not like, oh, they just out conditioned him. You almost can't tell because there's so much other bells and whistles. You're like, it almost I don't even care that they are. He's just better, you know. Okay,
So it's a muscle contest at the end of the day, right? So
facts.
the most muscular person, if you have the muscularity and you have a decent enough shape, that already puts you ahead of most people. You know, the conditioning is always the last aspect that kind of separates things once everyone's close.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's just the way I see it.
I can see that. Hey, I haven't seen anybody talk about the supers. What happened there?
But the fucking Jeff Cavalier one.
Yeah.
He's been trying for a few years.
Was it not a deep super?
Is it ever?
I mean, the year you won, I thought it was
Okay,
pretty
There
this is
competitive.
hasn't
gonna sound pretty arrogant, but that
It
was the
was.
last memorable super class from a national show. Actually, nationals was pretty good that year in 22. Um, Cole won, Ryan got
Yeah,
second,
yeah, yeah.
Vincenzo Massone got third.
yeah.
Um,
Well, it's not arrogant if it's true.
But there hasn't been a super overall since when was the last time a super overall won uh, a national
good
show?
point. I think. Well, no,
Uh,
USA's this year, the Super One.
Yeah, yeah.
oh yeah,
I guess
yeah.
Austin,
Joe,
Austin. Yeah,
Joe too, but Joe was barely a super though, realistically, right? Was it Joe was like 230 on a dot, probably.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
was like
he was.
246. So I
Yeah,
was like
yeah,
a legit super.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Hey, there goes my twin. He moved up because he I think he got at the USA's. I think he got maybe eighth or ninth, but he moved up to looks like second or third. Yeah, well, third. Yeah, he came in tighter, which is all he needed to do. Really big guy, big frame. He was about my height, but I think he's like has a bigger frame than me. I think he's wider than me. I think he could have won if he was if he was in their shape, he would have won. I think easily.
Dude, you know who could have won? The guy in the far left there.
Which
So
one?
his name's Kyle Crotty. He's actually from Washington. He's a
Tall
really
guy.
nice guy. I met him a few times.
I
And
can't hear you too well, Stu.
sorry. So the guy on the far left, his name's Kyle Crotty. He's a guy from Washington. If you look at his individual pictures, he's like bursting full, super muscular, and really conditioned, but his stomach was just like,
Oh, which one? This guy?
oh, yeah, yeah. And you can
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of see it
stomach.
there.
yeah. That stomach is wild.
Yeah, you're not gonna win
Um,
with that stomach.
and
I
I don't
thought,
I haven't talked to the guy. He's like I said, he's an awesome dude. But yeah, I mean, if he had his stomach under control, like he would have been at least top three. Because like
yeah,
Yeah,
if you look at Jeff, like he's all around, he's way more muscular than Jeff.
yeah, yeah. You know what he needs? The Compton cleanse.
Oh
that
Give him.
yeah.
cleanse. The shut
he
out
gonna
10 years of bodybuilding all in 124 hours.
he gonna have a 28-inch waist by the time he's done. Yeah,
I
Yeah,
thought,
I don't know what happened with him, but I'd like to just fuck, dude. It's there, you know. He
yeah,
walking
yeah,
around, he is like a big ass dude. He's probably 5'7", but just wide as fuck, you know.
yeah,
yeah,
all these guys are big. People forget, like, when you see them on stage, it just look like all these guys are large. Like, I thought Austin
yeah.
Simpson, our guy that we were looking at 2 weeks ago, that I thought was going to win overall, because I didn't know our Nigerian was going to be there, Toby. Austin
I didn't
Simpson,
either.
yeah, second to the right. He's a super, so he's actually a legit super. That's him over there. I thought he was going to win this contest. I was surprised too when he didn't make at least top two, top three. You know, because he looked ahead in his conditioning when we took a look at him.
Yeah.
Also on the far right there, Guillermo Filpo.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know
He's
him.
a
Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah,
California
yeah.
guy, I think.
I know him. He has really good shape.
Yeah, so I talked to him a little while ago, and I recommended he move up to supers because he's got like at the top of heavies, he was like,
Like he's
you
like
have all
Brett.
the tools, you just need more muscle, right? I think
Mhm.
he was a little too soft. I don't know what he weighed, but
That's the thing. You don't want to move up by coming in softer. You want to move up, but with more muscle tissue, you know. But I mean, yeah, he placed right in front or right behind Brett, I think, that year. So him and
yeah,
Brett are in the same boat,
yeah.
really. really good shape and everything, and big structures. But yeah, I felt the people who won, they won out of the top two. They, I don't want to say not outworked literally, because it doesn't mean being in better shape doesn't mean you actually did more work, but they outconditioned them. You know what I'm saying? They out bodybuilded them basically. But there were guys that could easily beat them. Like you just said, if this guy's waist was in,
Yeah.
this guy, I mean, if this guy was from the front, he actually looks pretty tight, but from the back, he wasn't. So if my twin was tighter, he could have won. If Guillermo was, there's always a bunch of ifs, but these guys
It's
bought it.
it's almost
Mhm.
like when you look at the national level shows, like once everyone comes out, you can already tell who's gonna win. Like the first three, like they're always completely different from everyone else. I don't know if it's they nailed their peak, they just look healthier, or like
Skin, yeah, I know what you mean.
the skin, the muscle, like they just look. You can just tell they're clearly a clear separation between
I agree.
them and the rest of the pack. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a perfect peak or they just they got that healthy
Yeah,
look. I
you
don't
could see.
know, but
To,
you could just see
to,
it.
to be honest, even from backstage, I could usually tell. I
Yeah.
knew Stu was gonna win that show. I knew Joe was gonna win that show. Now Austin, I thought either first or last. I wasn't sure. I was like, this might scare the judges a little bit. This might be a little scary, but 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 you can see it. I'm like, holy fuck, you see something there. You see something there where you can tell. It's just it's a different. They look different from everybody else, like you said. You
Yeah.
know,
The guy who won, Joey, like it used to be he would have crazy glutes and hams from behind, like super big and striated and stuff, and then his upper body was just like in order to get in that shape, he would have to, I don't know, pull it off, I guess. And his
yeah,
upper
yeah,
body was always way softer, but his upper body was a lot harder this time. It wasn't like 100% in like his lower body, but it was more muscular than usual because usually it just kind of like goes, I guess. And
yeah. That's why the other day I was asking you, when do you guys take out certain compounds, because I noticed that with the, like, I leave certain compounds in, my glutes are a little softer, but my upper body's a little harder. So it's like you got to find that balance of how hard to push and what to take out, when, all that good shit. But I'm gonna
Shout out.
pull up the. Huh? Go ahead,
I
Ken.
was gonna I was gonna say too, Justin Kelly won the light heavyweights. He took
oh
second to
yeah,
Zayd last
Yeah,
year at USA. So shout out to him because last year I felt bad. He came second like two or three times. So
bro.
he finally got it. So congrats to Justin.
I think he might have been the most pill guy in the entire show, bro. I I can't imagine you can get any more. I mean, from what I remember seeing, he was stupid pilled. No, let me see. Hold up.
remember he when he came second to Zayd last year. Between the prejudging and the night show, I think I messaged him and was like, "Hey, you look really good." And he was like, "Yeah, dude, I fucking got this. I got this Zayd guy or something." Like, and then he didn't win. So I was like, "Fuck, that's awkward."
and then and then Zayd came back as a heavyweight at the
Yeah,
night show.
exactly.
Bro, to be honest, like, it's impossible to beat that. You got a legit, like, heavyweight who's peeled. You can't beat that guy. He was flat out a heavyweight. So
You're like
it,
5'4" and like insanely muscular. Yeah.
bro, and the guy is 5'9". Fucking Zay could have been a super that year, bro. Like, legit. If he wanted to, he could have been a super, but he was a light heavyweight. How the fuck are you gonna beat that? My boy fucking Mike Charles. I'm looking at Mike. I'm like, yo, Mike looks insane. Most lineups, he could probably win the show because he's maxed out the light heavy class and he's peeled to the bone. So he's the biggest and leanest guy. That's what you would think until you have Zayd coming. And you're like, what the fuck?
So that big guy,
So
yeah.
yeah, but yeah, Zayd, but he holds his weight well. Okay, but yeah, this dude is peeled, bro. Let me get the back shot. Yeah, I thought he was in incredible shape. You guys can
I
see,
like
right?
the yeah, I like the background this year too. They went with like a darker background. It looks
Lighting,
good.
very good.
Yeah, the lighting looks good. Very good.
Better than the
Yeah,
USA's. No
every
blue
every
weird hue to it.
everybody take notes. We don't need all that weird shit back there, please. Let's
Yeah,
just,
man, he's fucking peeled. That's
that's what I'm
impressive.
saying. What the fuck is
Good
this?
work, Justin.
Yeah.
Is he
I
actually
don't
a
think.
doctor? Does he have a doctorate? Like his
Yeah,
I think he
handle
he's
says
does. Yeah.
Dr. Justin Kelly.
a physical therapist. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
so
gonna
he went
start.
to like a decade of school as well. That's even more
That's impressive.
impressive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start putting that on my bio. Doctor, I'm a doctor in steroids chemistry. I'm gonna put Doctor
I'm a
Body for.
doctor in the state of New Jersey.
Oh man, now he was peeled.
Yeah. Shout out Justin. It's awesome.
Now let's the group photos. I can't see the
You can't
conditioning.
see.
So
Can't see from the
no,
group. Yeah.
I'm looking at them. I'm like I can't even tell who's in shape. So let me pull up some notables. Who's another notable? I guess let's look at the winners.
Chris Knox is a notable. I said that.
Okay,
His
pull up
photos
Chris
look
Knox.
good.
You think
He's a
Chris will
heavy.
do nationals?
I mean, he should.
Fuck, dude. Everyone and their mother is doing nationals.
But Sid's doing it, so I don't know, man.
Oh,
Sid
Sid's
is
back. Sid's back and he's fucking mad.
yeah, he's I don't know. I don't know if any heavy's gonna touch Sid, man. I don't know. I'll be honest.
Not if you
Yeah,
ask Sid, that's for damn sure.
well, Sid is gonna come in. Oh shit. Yeah, Chris Knox looks. See, in the comparisons, I got to be honest. Like I'm looking at Chris, I'm like, he's okay, but he's actually very muscular.
Yeah, he look good.
That's a lot of muscle, boy.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
muscle. Yeah, you look good.
I didn't. Yeah, you can't pick that up in the comparisons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, in any other lineup that doesn't have a fucking Nigerian in it,
he
he
wins.
probably
Yeah,
wins.
he wins. Yeah, for sure.
That
Yeah,
is
look.
true. That is true.
Yeah, yeah. How tall is he?
Definitely improved from the last time I seen him.
Even
How
between
tall?
USA's, he's improved. It's probably
Yeah,
like
I would
my
agree.
height, like maybe 5'6", 5'7".
I think. What do you guys think the perfect height for bodybuilding is? I think
5'7" to 5'9".
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. Obviously, you can a little less, a little more. Not gonna kill you, but I
Well,
think that's the
apparently
sweet
it's
spot.
like 5'5", because if you look at 1 and 2 at the Olympia, I think you have Samson and Andrew. It's so odd.
Well, then also look at the age. If you're a 6-footer, forget about maxing out your physique at 25 years old. Motherfucker,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to wait till you're about 40. These motherfuckers
That's how old they are. Yeah.
True. It's
literally.
true.
And like if you look at Andrew now at 40, I still don't think he's maxed out, but you look at he looks like okay, he's filled out enough to be in contention for the title. But it took him till he's 40. Same with Samson. It's like Samson's been getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's like, well, he needs more back. He needs more. It's like, holy fuck, motherfucker. How big you want me to be? Fucking 320? So it's like, it puts you at a disadvantage that you need more tissue all the time, you know? So, like, for me, like, being that Joe and Paul are my boys, I keep comparing myself to them. Okay, yeah, well, they're 290, I'm 290. I'm like, yeah, but their 290 would be my 330. So it's irrelevant. You just got to keep getting big. There's never stops. You just got to keep getting bigger.
And there's a point where it's almost impossible, right? Like look at Jamie Johal. He was
No,
like
he couldn't.
320 of his off seasons, but he would have had to push to like 350, to be comparable to a guy going to 300. So it's like at that point, what am I sacrificing here?
He would have to die. He would literally have to die to get,
He made the right call too.
100%.
Yeah, he did.
Well, Dallas, right? Dallas. Well, you need more hamstrings. You need bigger back. So Dallas kept getting bigger. Obviously, he had genetic flaws, but he ended up dying, right? It doesn't stop. So if you're 6'5", like Jamie, are you willing to do that? You might very well kill yourself. If not, come very close to it.
He's making a ton more money than bodybuilding now. That's for sure.
He's doing gladiators. He's getting acting roles and shit. Yeah, fuck that. Honestly, sometimes listen, we all love this sport, but there's a limit. There's a limit,
And it's like we always say, right? Like the thing with bodybuilding I feel like we haven't gone to this point as a community yet is that it's not for like it's not everyone can be a top pro. Like everyone can turn pro, but not everyone can be a top pro.
Disagree.
Like
Not everyone can turn pro.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. That's true too. That's true
Well,
too.
oh,
That's
okay,
true too,
oh,
Stu.
You need to
That's-
figure out where you're at in this
Yeah.
genetic pyramid. And it's
Yes.
a pyramid.
Yeah.
It's like there's a very
Yes.
small number of people at the top.
Yes.
I think-
Stu's 100% correct. Because that's the thing.
yeah.
We use like, you know, sometimes drugs can mask where your ceiling could be, you know, and you may think that, you know, I need to push more and more and it's going to get me to that next echelon. But realistically, bro, like there's only a certain amount of people that are at the top. You know, there's like different stages of where you can really go with this thing. And the sooner you realize that and you come to terms with it, the better you'll be like psychologically and mentally.
Yeah.
Well, the other
like when people are like, oh, my goal is to turn pro, and then people are like, oh, why do you just want to get a pro card and quit? Like maybe that's a realistic goal for them, man.
Yeah, it's
Maybe,
a ceiling.
like, that would be getting a master's pro card for somebody who's been competing for like 15 years. That's like as high as they'll ever reach in the sport, and good for them, you know.
Yeah.
Like they achieved their goal if that's what their goal was. Now they need to be
Yeah.
like honest with themselves, be like, no, you're probably not going to be competitive in a master in even a master's pro show, maybe. But like, you know, you can get a card and hang it up and say, like, I did a good job here,
Yeah.
you know.
But you gotta have that perspective. And some people are delusional, bro. I know people who are so delusional. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Like, I know a guy in his probably mid-40s, and hey, what's up, Megan?
Thing to say on the podcast?
No, I don't. How's it going, guys?
He's
How's
going
it
well,
going,
Megan.
guys?
How you doing?
Megan's going to the gym. It's a rest day for me.
All right,
wait,
Megan, kill it.
She's going to
All
Home
right,
Depot
Megan.
to get more
Bye.
boxes because all her shit's in boxes. Bye, Megan.
No, yeah. You don't want to be delusional. You want to have goals, but you don't want to be delusional. So yeah, this guy I know, he literally told me, yeah, I'm going to turn pro, then I'm going to go straight to the 212 Olympia. Like, what are you talking about? Like, he can't win a local show. It's insane. Whereas you have somebody like Paul, for Paul, bodybuilding pretty much saved his life because it changed his lifestyle dramatically. I mean, he didn't know or think he was going to be a pro. It was no pro card chasing. He was competing, and lo and behold, oh shit, I'm a pro. That's how it should be. He just did the work, and what was going to happen happened. Genetically, would most people think he could have been pro genetically? No, he probably didn't even think so. But he's a fucking hard worker, so it ended up, you know. So it's important to have that perspective. G6 or G5, the guy that was with Animal.
Gary Turner. Yeah, Gary
Same
Turner.
thing.
Yeah.
Why would you retire, motherfucker? Did he tell you how much drugs he's been blasting for the last 10 years? A lot. Like what else would he do?
Wild.
That's
Wild.
But he don't lie
Gary
about
Turner
it.
is a fucking legend, okay? Like
Hey,
he
listen.
was like arguably the most entertaining and coolest amateur I've ever seen.
Me too.
Just because
I
he was
agree.
so fucking dogged in his determination to like
Yeah.
compete at a high level. And he,
Well-
you know, he got his card and he hung it up, and you know, he's raising his family now and focusing on that, and that's good.
Well, because people had really nasty things to say about him not turning pro. But honestly, like I didn't think he was going to turn pro neither. You know, so I know why people said that. But that drove him, and guess what? He did turn pro. But he's not delusional. I don't think that's delusional. He believed he could, even if we didn't, and he did it. But he understands that this is the ceiling. So, you know, so what are you going to do after that?
The other thing about Gary is like if you've seen him like on Instagram and online and stuff, yeah, he comes across as like really hard edged and hardcore and shit. He's not like that in person, man.
Super
He's
nice
the
guy.
nicest guy ever.
Yeah.
Super
He's
nice guy.
so sweet. I mean,
Yeah.
I like that.
that
I really like Gary.
contrast always like cracked me up. I'm like, dude, you're a sweetheart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Gary's like one of the nicest guys
Yeah,
in
man,
Jersey
he's great.
here. Like, yeah, he's a super nice guy. Like Gary. Shout out to
Yeah,
Gary, man.
I like
Yeah.
that. See, at one point, I thought I believed that anybody anybody could turn pro as long as obviously they had the work ethic and there was no time limit. They were willing to do this for the next 20 years to get their pro card.
Yeah.
Now I think most people could. I still think there's people that genetically is just not in their cars because I've met some people with some wild looking structures that I'm like, whoa, this is just this is hard to look at. I got to be honest with you. You're in shape and you have the muscle, but it's hard to look at. And when that's the case, there's not much you can do. I can't see a lineup where they would give you a pro card. So there are exceptions, but most people, with somewhat decent genetics, not the, let's say in the, average, right? I think average, let's say average genetics. If you're willing to put 15, 20 years toward your pro card, I'm talking about perfect, I think you should be able to pull it off. Just, even if you don't have a lot of muscle, or if you're light heavy or something, I mean, you just get better, more shredded, refined, Would you guys agree with that?
I always say, like, if you can get to the national level and you're a consistent guy that's amongst the top 10, so maybe not the bottom end of the top 10, but like, the middle towards the top, you have a chance. Like, I look at all the people that I competed against in Nationals 22. Almost everyone's turned pro from that top 10. Jamal, Josh, myself, there's so many guys that have already turned pro just from that top. That was a stacked lineup, but it's like, if you're at that point, then there's a potential. But if you're still making third call outs at a national show, like,
that's gonna be tough. Yeah,
that's where it's almost like you have to be realistic with yourself.
Reconsider. And then how close are you?
Even at the highest level of the pros, I'm running into this now. I'm like, well, fuck. I'm in first callouts, but like, am I going to be able to win a show? And then what is, if I get to the Olympia, what does that look like? It's just like, you always find another level to fail at.
Ceiling.
And you will continue failing at every level until you don't. And then.
But then also, how close are you to your cap? I don't believe Stu is close to his cap. I think he chose to not push it too hard for the last couple of years.
Not anymore.
Exactly my point. So if you're the guy, let's say, what's a good example? I've seen a couple people do this. Let's say even what's the Haitian guy that turned pro at Nationals a few years ago?
Bundy.
Bundy. Let's say Bundy.
Bundy.
I remember Bundy getting third call out, and it's like, but you look at him and you be like, okay, that's not a third call out guy. He's just way off, right? That to me is different. But if you're coming in shape, you know what I'm saying, and peaked, and you're getting second call out, that just means your ceiling isn't there, Okay, or my twin. My twin hasn't done the best at nationals, but you see the potential. He's just not in shape, so it's like him in shape, he would be in contention. So it's like, how close are you to your ceiling? So you can also know that, okay, you're way off. But if you're on, then that's a problem, because that means you just don't have it.
The same thing about Kennedy 2 years ago at Nationals.
Boom, exactly.
What did you get in 22?
You got last place.
Really?
Motherfucker, I did not get last place.
I came
eighth. Yeah, okay, so like, that's obviously a first call out guy. And like, I wasn't paying attention to the second call outs, but Sid was like, this is my boy. And I'm like, yeah, dude. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're talking about. And then fast forward 8 months and you got a pro card, So,
but if you have the eye, you can see it,
Yeah.
If you have the eye, like Boston, like you said, Boston where people pop. But I've seen Boston be like, yo, you see that guy in 8th place? You're like, yeah, that guy should be winning the show. And then you're like,
he talked about guys way back in the lineup all the time in his recaps.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've seen guys get missed, just get looked over. I'm like, wait, that guy got second call out, and you're looking at the guy and you're like, there's no way he got missed. Maybe when he came out for the individuals, I don't know, he let his stomach go, or he didn't pose, because there was one year Zayd, I think he said he didn't smoke weed for whatever reason, and I guess he was nervous and he was like shaking, and And Jay should have probably won that show, but he didn't because
Yeah.
that first look, Compton always tell me, yo, that first look, be on point because once they put you aside, you might not get another look. Once they're like, get out of here. Like once they look down, it's over for you.
And I honestly believe too, sometimes too, if you're in that bracket, you're judged a little bit harder because they know what you're capable of. Because even for myself, backstage, they actually told me that if I came and peeled, I would have won overall at 22.
Yeah.
So it was almost like, dude, we can't even give you a decent placing because it looks like you didn't try. I mean, I tried, I just didn't know what I was doing at that point, you know? So it's like, sometimes that also affects you. Like even Toby, like, I mean, just look at his North Americans to USA's. It's been what, 4 or 5 weeks. He came 5th. Chris Knox was a USA's with him, you know? Chris beat him at USA's. And in 5 weeks, he took overall. It's like,
I agree with
sometimes,
that.
Sometimes they knock you a little bit harder because they know what you're capable of and they want to see you bring it, you know,
for
to
sure.
the next level.
I think for sure, if they know you have potential to be really good, they won't let. I don't think they're gonna let you slide. Yeah, I've noticed that as well. That's happened with a few clients too. I'm like, wait.
Because even like to the Olympia side of the house, I feel like that's what's gonna start happening to like a Samson. You know, at this point,
it will happen. Yeah.
Bro, you're Mr. Olympia, but you need to bring it for us to give it to you. If you don't, boom, you're gonna get docked for that. So it's like, it's tough. Yeah. It's tough to be in that position because who was it that said it? Was it RPG when we had him on the podcast where he was like, I hope it doesn't happen where 10, 15 years down the line, we're judging a guy like Samson based on his potential versus what we're seeing right in front of us. I think it was RPG that said that, right? Which I thought was really deep because it really does happen sometimes. It happened to Big Ronnie.
It happened to him. It happened to Ron.
Yeah.
The last time he competed before Chicago or before Detroit was 22 in Tampa or 21 in Tampa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was ages ago, and he was not in condition, you know, and he didn't look like he could. And they kind of punished him for it, but he still got some crazy features on him, right?
Facts, yeah. Like Ken said, we've seen it happen with Ramy. Even Cedric McMillan, once he got labeled as this guy doesn't show up, it's like, whether he comes a little sharper or fuller, nobody cared because now you wanted to see fucking Phil Heath condition on him. You know, I could even say it happened to Phil. I thought Phil in his first year. What's his first year?
2010. He came where he 2010.
No,
he won 2011. He won 2011, but 2010 was the first Olympia. I think Jay won. Jay beat him.
He did 1 year where he got third. Then he came back and got sick. That year he got third. I thought he should have been second. And the year 2008, yeah. And 2010 was it 2010? Yeah, 2010. I thought he should have beat Jay as well. So
I thought he should have won 2010 personally.
Me too. And let's go deeper. Let's go to the Arnold Classic. I thought he should have beat Kai. Why would he not beat Kai? Like if you think about it, it's almost it was both of the same physiques, just both of them were a little smaller. So I thought he should have beat Kai. We've seen it happen with Dennis Wolf. Dennis Wolf is a little bit off. Fuad beat Dennis Wolf for 1 year. With all due respect, you think Fuad should beat Dennis Wolf? You know what I'm saying? So it's like he coming a little bit off, and it's like get out of here. You know, with Dennis, it was like his glutes. So it got to be. So yeah, you get labeled, and it's almost like you could be better. We know your potential, and you get punished harder. You know, you don't want to be in that position. Ramy, I thought they were hard on Ramy. Like, come on, bro. Like I'm looking back, I'm like, well, he wasn't fat. Like, what are we talking about? Like he wasn't peeled, but he looked better like that than he did peeled. Because he had
what about the one him versus Dexter, that Arnold, where he came second to Dexter? I mean, I was like, bro,
he's 3 times his size.
Let's be
real. Let's be real. Like with all due respect, bro, he's 3 times his size. Like it's a muscle contest. Like we always say, it's a muscle contest.
Yeah.
Yes, Dexter is leaner. Dexter's leaner than everybody, but he doesn't beat everybody because how come Dexter wasn't beating Jay all these years? Dexter was in better condition than Jay, but he was overwhelming. So by that same token, right? Anyways, we're
I
not
feel like
judges.
Ramy was more conditioned than like Samson is, you know,
I think so.
and they were
Yeah,
putting
like
him in
was.
like sixth, eighth place, you know, well back in the pack for a while. You know,
Jay beat him on his last year out. Remember the injury year? They had Jay in front of Ramy. We were like, wait, what? What are we doing here? Like, what's going on? Anyways, so let's not go there. But let me give the super some love. I feel like he hasn't been getting. Oh, we could get him on the show.
he reminds me so much of his torso. Looks just like Nate Spears.
I was just gonna say that, Sue.
It
I was
does,
It's,
just
yeah.
it's
gonna
like the
say that.
same silhouette.
It
Yes.
does actually, yeah.
His
Shout out
left leg
Nick.
is significantly.
If you-
That sweep is
Yo,
crazy.
I was looking at that. I didn't know if he had like his foot at the wrong angle. I'm like, why is this sweep so crazy? Holy shit. Man's just doing one-legged squats out here. Holy fuck. Yeah, one it's probably an injury, right? What you think? More than likely. Paul has an injury like that. Or knee pain or something. Holy fuck.
Whoa, whoa.
I didn't expect him to go good. I didn't expect him to be
That
that
man's ass
feels.
scared you.
Wait,
Got bamboozled by those glutes, man. God damn.
how do you go from this side to fucking these glutes? Like, what the fuck just happened?
It's like he wasn't even flexing the glute at the side at all. Like, that's what it means. Like,
What the fuck? That's but even in comparison to his back, why is his glute? Look at his hamstrings. Well, what the fuck is this?
It's Lunsford like. I got to be honest. It's Lunsford like.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
this
I
guy's
don't-
deal for the last couple of years has been like his lower body from behind is just crazy looking. His upper body is way softer though. But it was his lower body is still harder than his upper body here, but his upper body is definitely better than it's been in the past, and it's bigger.
that means
I feel like I'm looking at two separate bodybuilders. Like they just mashed two different physiques into one person.
what am I looking at here? What is going on? What the fuck?
It's
Yo,
so
that's
weird
crazy.
how that happens. Like, my buddy Ryan Foster, he kind of has the same deal. Like, he'll have dug out glutes and hams, and then his back still looks like 5 weeks out, and he has to keep pushing to get that
Yeah,
in.
look at
That's
well,
crazy.
his quads aren't like like it's not like cross. Like the way his glutes look, you would think this would be like cross fucking striated.
Well, he's not
Holy
flexing him right now. So
No, he definitely not flexing him. I
That's
did not.
crazy.
I did not expect that. Well, for me, I feel like it was a flatness issue. He doesn't look flat to me. Or does he look
That
flat
lower
to you?
body does not look flat, dude. It does not look flat.
Well, that's the first like with Quinton. That's the first thing I think. Like when you're in shape and peeled, and the upper body looks soft, the first thing I think is flat. But I don't think he don't. He could. I guess he could be, but he don't look flat to me. I don't know.
That's how you know. That's how you know we're true bodybuilding fans. When we all saw glutes and we're like, "Whoa, what's going on here?"
I mean that was impressive. I didn't expect that at all.
That was impressive. That was impressive.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay. We looked at all the standouts. Oh, let me put up Brett. I got to show Brett some love.
Yeah.
Brett is the homie, and he
We also
does
didn't look
massage.
at. We didn't look at Toby directly either.
Oh yeah, I guess we didn't look at his stage. I guess we saw a lot of him on Instagram, but hey, also if you're in the SoCal area, Brett does tissue work, so let's keep the money in the family. Support our own. He's a good guy. That stash, baby. Well, see, he looks more muscular by himself actually, and more conditioned. But let's
is
see.
he what he weighed?
I mean, he barely makes weight, so I would assume he barely made 225 for weigh-ins, and by the time he stepped on stage at USA's, he was probably like 231, 232. They came in tighter, so maybe high 220s. But
Yeah.
he's my height, bro. He's legit 5'11". 220 that 5'11". I don't know. I don't know if that's
muscle.
gonna.
I mean, that's the only thing you can critique him on. Everything's balanced. It's all proportionate. It flows well. Just tissue, you know.
Now that being said, he holds it well because me at 225, I don't think I would look that big.
No, no.
If
Same here, dude. And I'm like 3-4 inches shorter than you guys.
Exactly. Shit, I looked small as hell last year, and I was like almost 240. So he holds it well, but even so, you have to.
I think I got dense bones, man. I drank a lot of milk when I was a kid, and I don't look as big as Ken does at 225.
I know exactly what you mean. Everybody knows different.
Well, but Stu's big in person, though. You got to say Stu's a lot bigger in person than people think.
He's also taller.
For you, though, I mean, like, when you do your pro debut next year, you think you'll probably be in like about like 240, 235, 240?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay, so like, if you compete there, you're still going to look bigger than me at like 255, 20 pounds heavier.
It's crazy how it works.
That's just, it is what it is. White boy problems.
Genetics, man. It's one of those things. Like you can't. Genetics is what it is. Oh, so Toby went down to heavies, right? Because he was a super heavy.
Yeah, he wasn't the USA's.
Yeah, because he competed against us.
But
he looks bigger here. For shit, no, am I bugging? I swear he looks bigger here.
He's tighter. That's probably why.
Yeah, and he didn't flex. Who's his coach?
I saw it was like it's like some guy in Dubai or like one of those Middle Eastern countries. Like that's from his profile. That's what I saw.
Look at the feathering in his rectus femoris. That's so crazy looking.
Yeah, he got some feathers. Yeah, look at the face. Look at the confidence.
Yeah, he looks kind of like Andrew.
Yeah, he does. That's that face. I mean, this is looking at this is very impressive, man. It's very impressive.
It's a look he should be proud of, especially his front lat spread and his side chest. I thought those were very impressive shots for him.
It would be impressive as a pro, Yeah, like this would be a standout as a pro. Adductors, sweeps. If you have sweep and adductors, that's pretty impressive.
Look at his chest too. He's got that Andrew thing going a little bit. The striations in the chest from the front. Yeah. So as he gets bigger, that's gonna come up.
That's what I say when we talk about like they have detail even when they're not as conditioned as the white guys, but then they have detail still. Because Andrew has detail in certain body parts, and it really bamboozles you. I think in Texas he was in good shape. But in the past, he's won not being in good shape just because he bamboozles the shit out of you with some of the lines.
Yeah, and seeing it like in person and in motion is even more impressive because when he poses, shit just like pops and moves in ways that it shouldn't.
100%. And also, when we talk about like how bad the USA lights is, this is what shows you the guy is literally lighter now than he was at USA's, and he looks like twice the size because we have good background, good lighting, good pictures. I feel like he actually looks how he's supposed to look. Whereas USA's, in my head, I'm like, oh, this guy looks crazy. And I go look at the pictures, I'm like, well, in the pictures, nobody looks crazy. Everybody kind of looks there.
And Beatty, that makes me think too. I mean, I've never been to a muscle contest USA show, but that makes me think from the judges table too. Like if the lighting isn't correct, how are you actually evaluating these physiques? Like
what are they seeing? Yeah.
What are they actually seeing?
Because this to me looks clear. Like this is how I expect him to look. Exactly.
Clear winner here.
But if I go back to the USA pictures, you're gonna be like, he's impressive, but nothing crazy. But this looks like something crazy. So there's something to be said.
Show, right? North Americans, Gary Udit.
Yeah, Gary Udit.
Shout out Gary.
Yeah,
you know what? Gary. I think I need to switch it up, bro. I keep doing the same show, but I think I should switch it up. Fuck it.
I told Joe
about this, Beatty.
I told Joe the same thing too. I said, dude, don't just do US, just don't do just Cali for your pro, especially if you're
Forever.
going to debut. Do like another show, go somewhere else, just so you can get a good evaluation of
Mhm.
how you want to look. Because I feel like Cali, USA's, because I saw Stu in New York in person, so I know what I saw. And the Cali picks, like, no, it doesn't do anyone justice. To be
Yeah,
honest, it
yeah,
doesn't
you
do
didn't see
any
what
of you guys justice.
the facts. Yeah. Yeah, I used to get a lot of love in New York when I used to compete. I basically won everything in the East Coast. Not obviously with local level, but um, I think it's different. I think they have different preferences for sure, and it's good to get different opinions. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's good to get different opinions. So I think that might be a good idea. I might have to change my schedule up. Gives me more time. And North Americans low key, they have good lineups, bro. North American has really good lineups. I feel like it doesn't get enough respect, right? It's always USA's and nationals. And if we're being real, sometimes the USA lineups aren't that good. If I'm being
USA's fell
honest,
I
off
gotta be.
hard.
I got to be
Really
honest. North
fucking hard.
Americans and nationals have had the deepest lineups in the last 4 years.
I think it's more competitive than USA's. If we're being
Yeah,
completely honest, USA it sounds good, Mr. USA. Oh, it got that ring to it. But
It's
if we're being
overrated.
honest,
It wears off. It's not that cool.
the truth is, I think we like a lot of us think people care, but nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Like, how good are you? Nobody really gives a fuck, right? I mean, you can put Mr. USA in your bio and stuff, but like, I don't think anybody gives a fuck. Like, give it give it a couple weeks. Nobody cares. So just
yeah.
just get the job done and then keep it moving. You know. All right. We care after the fact. Like, we see Ken now. Whoa, look at Ken. Whether he won the North American, the Nationals, USA, it doesn't really matter. It's just, okay, this guy's impressive. That's all we care about. Like this, everybody's talking about this guy, even though it's North Americans, right? It's because he's impressive. We don't really. The title is kind of just the title. He got good
Yeah.
pictures too.
With the way that the national shows are nowadays, where it's like hit or miss, like whether you're going to have deep lineups, it's like the overall winner. If they look crazy, then people are like, okay, and if they're young, that's important as well. Like, is there a
Yeah,
trajectory to this for this guy to be a good pro?
yeah.
How
I know what you
capped
mean.
out is he? That's what people look at.
Well, if he's
That's a good point.
Nigerian, he has a little longer. Yeah, how old is? I don't know how old Toby is, but I don't think it
I don't
matters.
know.
I got to be
He
honest
could
with you.
be 35. He could be 25. I don't know, man.
Literally, yeah, he could be. But honestly, in his case, I don't even care. I
He
don't think
looks
it.
young though. He looks young. Yeah,
He
he looks
does.
young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Andrew turned pro, I heard like, oh, he's like 37, 38. I'm like, I don't think it matters. I got to be honest with you. I don't think it
He
for
doesn't
for
look
for
that old,
him. I
man.
don't. It matters for some people, but some physiques you look at it and be like, nah. For this physique, no. Like Samson and Andrew are both 40 now, right? I know Andrew's 40.
Yeah.
I think Samson. But
Yeah.
are any of us like, oh, they're slowing down? I think they're just getting started. I think they're just getting started, man. All right. We've been on for a while. Y'all want to do a couple questions?
Sure.
A few ones.
Sure.
We
Sure.
haven't been getting good questions. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, we
But
kind of suck as podcast
yeah.
hosts.
But it's only what is a good question? What question can we get and we're like, whoa, this is a game changer? It's like it's
It's really on
usually
you guys, the audience, to pick up
yeah.
the slack. Give us something to work with.
Okay. Yeah, I guess this is cool. Favorite sneakers to train in or footwear, I guess. It doesn't have to be
Metcons.
sneakers.
$30 used Metcons off of eBay.
Okay.
Really?
I don't know about the used, but Metcons. What's to say
Preferably with the
Metcons?
soles falling off or partially falling off.
This might sound like a stupid question, but what exactly are Metcons? Let me look it up.
They're like Nike flat foot trainer shoes. They got
Yeah.
like a
Okay.
tiny little bit of heel elevation, so like they're comfortable for squatting. I
Mhm.
remember Chris Bumstead like years ago. He was like, "Yeah, I always squat in Metcons," and everyone started
Oh,
doing it. And now he wears different shoes, and everyone wears those shoes. But I stuck with it. I was there
Yeah.
at the ground floor. So,
Now he wears socks or he's barefoot and everyone's doing it.
Yeah,
oh
you
god,
right.
that's gross.
Yeah. But Metcons, yeah, and the heel is like it's like, I don't want to say it's a metal or wooden heel, so it's you're a little bit more stable when you're actually moving like decent
Yeah.
weight with it. So
Mhm.
it's yeah. That's
Why?
all I wear. So still we're on the same page.
Let's say, babe. Hey,
Mine's
why is training in Crocs so controversial?
They're
I
not
don't know, it
stable
just looks
shoes.
trashy. Like you just rolled out of bed. This whole fucking fashion movement with like the 20 something kids. This is what happened, right? So COVID happened and everybody was like, okay, we're doing school from home, all these 16, 17-year olds. And they just started dressing in pajamas and Crocs all the time everywhere they went. And they
Mhm.
started dressing like that in the gym and when they go out to the mall and like everywhere. And now they just look like they rolled out of bed 24/7. That I
But
think that's where that came
My,
from,
my,
happened in the
and,
last
and
few
my thing
years.
and my thing is this. My
Mhm.
thing is this. If you're training and you're moving very heavy weight, why would you wear shoes that your actual base, the base of where your movement starts from, is unstable? Like Crocs don't give you a stable, they don't give you a stable foundation. So it doesn't make sense. It's like you're wearing jelly on your feet. If
but
it's like in the 90s where you see guys wearing like steel toe boots to train. There's a reason why they were doing that. They weren't just doing that because, oh, it's just steel toe boots. It's because
It's cool
it
too.
gives you, it was cool too. I'm not gonna lie. But it gives you a solid base, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
you're not moving and you can generate as much power as you need. So fundamentally, for just looking at it from a training perspective, you're actually doing yourself a disservice.
yeah.
Your rebuttal.
So I actually felt like from the outside looking in, I felt the same looking at it. I'm like, I can't see how that could be comfortable. But then I tried it and it felt great for me, right? So if somebody tells you that, I wear Crocs and it feels fucking awesome, would you still tell them don't wear it? Or would you be like, as long as you're sure you feel great, wear it?
It looks whack, dude. I mean, that's the biggest thing here.
Well, people have really strong opinions about it, like honestly though, if I'm when I'm training legs, I actually usually take it off when I squat. I squat in my socks, but like for leg press, and I guess that's it. I guess I only need it for like a leg press
That's
movement.
and that's all you need to say. The fact that you're taking it off, you're already acknowledging that it's taken away from a movement, and I
Uh-huh.
mean, there's just something to me about just having like your barefoot in the gym. I don't know. There's just something
That
about
yeah,
Crocs,
that's
man.
it.
No,
Yeah.
bro. It's
It's
just,
like a
yeah.
midlife crisis shoe,
People,
Yeah.
except for 17-year-olds.
people really don't like it. Like really, like when I tell you, I get like hate messages about Crocs, bro. From Paul, sometimes from Paul. Paul sends me hate messages from Crocs. I think,
All knows what's
I,
up.
but I don't know. For me, if I'm being, it's a little bit of both. Like, I got a little lazy, like Stu just said. I got a little lazy, and I'm like, fuck it. I'm just wearing Crocs and fucking crazy wear pants everywhere. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm a train in it. And I was like, it feels nice. And then I kind of just rolled with it. It
You're
wasn't
just
like
coping. You're coping with the fact that you're lazy and you're like, yeah, this ain't so bad. Yeah,
I can't
I
be
can do
bothered.
this. I don't want to tie my shoes up. It's a
Well,
long way down there.
as a bodybuilder, you're either too big to want to tie your shoe, or you're starving and tired to tie your shoe. So I was like, I'm tired of tying my shoes, so I just stopped tying shoes.
They
You
need
know,
slip-on Metcons. That's the solution.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the Fly's version.
yeah,
Up.
yeah, go from there. Okay, but other than that, I used to train in Jordan ones, but a lot of people didn't know that when I trained in Jordan, I used to take out the insole, so I was flat to the floor. So when people be like, "Wait, is that comfortable?" I'm like, "Yeah, but there's no insole, so it's like I'm wearing Chucks basically, but
Chucks are
expensive,
good too.
expensive Chucks,
I don't I don't
expensive Chucks."
I don't like Chucks just because they take forever to like get my foot into them and like lace them up. And that I have a wide foot, so they
Exactly.
don't really fit properly.
That's why
So I
I
was
don't wear
gonna say
Chucks.
that's why I don't wear it anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wear a size 15 Chucks, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you look like
That's what-
clown shoe, you know?
yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I want like Dave Palumbo. All right.
I'm gonna buy you a pair of Metcons, okay?
Oh, thank you,
They'll be
man.
used
Yeah,
lightly,
but you
but
see, like you liked that photo I had with the gas blue, like the blue shoes I'm wearing there. That's Metcons. The one that you liked on
Oh,
my, yeah, those are Metcons. So
they're pretty
they look
oh yeah,
cool.
soft and
that.
like they kind of fit
They-
with everything. They're good to
yeah,
walk
they look
in.
fresh. They look fresh, dude.
Oh, sometimes I feel like right away is too flat. Like when I wear right away, like I feel like I'm barefoot. Like it's when I'm walking, my feet hurt. I don't know
I've
if you guys
seen,
ever
dude.
tried.
I used to see Kai Green wearing those right away, dude. You can literally see his feet falling in the fucking shoe, like it's like falling out of it. It's like, dude, that doesn't look good, dude.
Yeah, no, it's a bit much. I think it can be I think it can be too flat. If I'm being
Yeah.
honest, I think that might be too flat. Um, you ever go to the movies by yourself? I don't think I've ever been to the movie by myself.
I never go to the movies, like
I
very
was gonna
rarely.
say.
Most new movies that come out, I have like zero interest in them.
I was just gonna. I don't know if it's an
Oh,
age
okay.
thing. I don't understand, but I haven't seen a movie in a while. Even the Wolverine and Deadpool thing that everyone's going crazy about. I haven't seen a movie in a while. I'm like, I gotta go see that in the movies. Like, it just, I don't know. I just don't. I don't know
Oh,
if
no,
it's
exactly what you mean.
bodybuilding. I don't know if it's bodybuilding. I don't know if it's age. I don't know what it is, but I just have completely lost interest in the new
Yeah,
movies that come out these days.
Unless it's like a
yeah,
really reputed director who you know makes solid films, not just, swill for the masses like fucking Marvel movies for the
Yeah,
nth time, you just have taste and you're mature. Most
yeah,
people don't. So,
yeah.
yeah,
These days, I haven't found myself. I haven't found myself interested in watching most movies. You know, I mean, even at home, like I might get into a show here and there, but I think I don't have the attention span. I don't know if you guys. I don't think I have the attention span and patience to sit there through a lot of these shows and movies. If I'm being honest, you
yeah,
know,
I'd prefer to play video games than like binge watch a show.
I think next prep I'm gonna get a Nintendo Switch. I want to play old school Pokemon and like Mario, Super Mario. That just it's gonna make me feel warm inside. You know, like I'm back at my childhood or something. You know.
That's what I when if I'm in prep and I'm playing video games, I always turn the difficulty down and it's
Oh
just like
yeah.
little dopamine
has to.
hits, that's all I
Yeah,
need. I don't need challenge, I don't need
No.
struggle. I just
no,
want to
No,
enjoy
no, no, no.
this.
yeah,
You're struggling enough. You don't need any more
yeah.
struggle. Fuck
That's why
that.
I stopped. That's why I stopped because I used to play like I was a big like battle royale. I'd play like Apex Legends,
Oh my
and
God, that's
bro,
stressful.
dude, that thing, like, dude, it got to a point where I said, if I keep playing this game, I'm probably going to have like high blood pressure. I'm gonna have all these issues because
Too
I just
much.
don't
Too
feel good
much.
after playing it. It's just too much, So I stopped. I stopped after that.
Yeah, that's too much. All right. Let's probably do one more question. Yeah, you don't want a difficult game at all. You want something that's just easy, fun flowing,
Easy going, yeah.
easy to digest. What the fuck? What do you? Why do y'all all want to move to Texas, Dallas? Want to move to US? So I'm serious. So I'm curious. Oh, he doesn't even live in the US. Yeah, I don't know if you would understand it. It would be hard to explain, I guess, if you don't live here.
Yeah,
But
so if you're not from the US, all of the crazy stereotypes that you think about the US, like everyone's fat, but they drive big cars, they're obnoxious. Actually, Texas is kind of like the embodiment of that because the rest of the country used to be a lot more like that, but now they're all hippies and commies.
Mhm,
So that's why we're going to
mhm.
Texas. And there's a lot of bodybuilding stuff there. So
Yeah, I guess from strictly bodybuilding perspective, it's just conducive to bodybuilding. It would be like why people would go to Kuwait at one point to kind of just be all in the bodybuilding lifestyle, right? To be around like-minded people, because it's not when you're really into this lifestyle, you almost don't want anything to do with anybody else who's not, because it just doesn't. You don't want to explain yourself. You want to. I don't know. It feels better when everybody else is kind of doing what you do. It feels good. Mm-hmm.
And like, especially once you become like a bigger person, you know, like you don't always want to feel like the alien in the room, if that kind of
100%.
makes sense. You know,
100%.
like I like going to a gym where I see other big guys and I'm just a number, you know,
Me too.
not
Yeah.
not the thing that everyone's looking at. It's like, I don't know, there's just something about it. And for me, it's like I want to go somewhere where there are people that are better than me. You know, like I want to improve. So I can't stay in my little circle, my little bubble, and you know, I have to see people that are better, you know, that's going to motivate me to keep getting better. I mean, that's the whole thing about Cali back in the day, the whole thing about Bev's gym back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like those were places where all the bodybuilders went. And like, if you see Stu training for his next show, you know, and he's freaking slugging weight and you're sitting there like, oh, I'm not feeling it today, you're going to be motivated, you know, versus when you're in your own little gym in your town and everyone's telling you how great you are. Oh, you're so big today. You know, it's different. It's not the
100%.
same. Yeah.
I mean, like we always say, right? Discipline over motivation. But when we already have discipline, so that's already checked off the list. So that's taken care of. We're gonna get it done regardless. But now you can get it done at like a 8.5, or you can go to the extra notch, you know. And I know when I'm around Joe and Paul, I go from like an 8.5 to a 9.5, just being around them, you know. So same thing, you're around the environment, it's going to be that extra push that does make a big difference. So like I said, we'll get it done. Even if we're at Planet Fitness, we'll get it done. But there's something to be said about just that extra push every time, you know. So I think it's a night and day difference. You'll get a lot more out of yourself by surrounding yourself with like-minded people. And what Ken said,
the other thing is like cost of living. I mean, the thing is, a lot of us make a lot of bodybuilders make their living off of online stuff. So typically, you know, if you're in a high cost of living area, it's because generally wages are higher there. That's the case where I live. But your wages are going to be the same depending, regardless of where you live. You could live in fucking Thailand, you know, and be coaching people and have supplement sponsors, and it's still the same money coming in. So do you want to spend $3,000 per month for rent, or do you want to spend, you know, 1,500? It's like, fuck yeah, I want to save the money.
It's a no-brainer. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. So yeah, but like Ken said, I don't want to be the biggest guy at the gym. I don't want to be an alien walking in. I want to walk in and I want to see other people bigger than me. That makes me. It sounds funny, but it makes me feel better. It makes me understand the level of work I need. Right. I come back from USA's and it's like, what do you got to improve? I got to get bigger. Who's bigger than you, motherfucker? A lot of people. Like, what are you talking about? Like the fact that you even asked that kind of shows that how far-fetched it is,
bro.
Guys
on Nigerian time, bro.
I'm already tired, but I don't know how much I got in me.
He's gonna have to come back, bro. He's gonna have to come back. I don't know.
He said he's gonna come back next week. He said he'll come back next week. I thought it was going. Oh, he thought it was gonna be 3 p.m. Hey, it's good, brother.
How you doing?
What's good, man? Yeah.
I
just kind of wanted you to.
I thought we were gonna do it at 3 because I'm kind of busy with some moving around, but it's okay. We can just squeeze in the little time we have. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going well, but yeah, no worries, brother. Yeah, miscommunication. So we can have you back on next week, but I did want you to just pop in to say what's up in case Ken can't make it next week. You know, you got to.
Look, I think I can make that 15 minutes work. It's fine. How's it going?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
going well, brother.
Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
Toby,
good.
I already reached out to you personally, but I just want to say from one North American champ to another, congratulations. Amazing showing that you had over at the show there in Pittsburgh. And you know, we're really all happy to see that. You know, we're really all happy to see that what you did there, very impressive physique. And just from me passing it to you now, you're the Mr. North America now. It makes me feel good, you know, that another Nigerian has taken crown. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Keeps happening.
it was an amazing show, and it was one of the unforgettable experience that I know that's gonna stick for a lifetime, you know. So
Oh yeah. One thing I want to ask is that
we've
at
been,
USA,
we've been trying to make that happen for a long time, but thank God we're there today. So
wait. You said a long time. How long you been competing?
I started 5 years ago. I started 2019. I started from Classic, actually, from Classic Physique.
Oh.
After 2019, then 2020, I think that was when COVID started, and I didn't compete the year after. Then 2021, I did bodybuilding because I already grew a little bit, so I didn't want to go back down to Classic. I did bodybuilding. I think I got fourth place in Dubai. That was in Dubai. And then I did another show again. Then I went over and did Olympia amateur. That was 2022. And then I did another Olympia amateur 2023.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first Olympia amateur that I did at 2022, I got 6. I got first color, I got 6th place. The second one I did 2023, I got 5th place, I still got first color. And then that was when I was looking at the year calendar, and then I had to change my coach and I had to make a new game plan because I'm tired of losing, you know.
Definitely could relate to that. Okay, so you were the you were the super at USA's. How much did you weigh at USA's, and then how much did you weigh here? Because you look bigger, actually.
I weigh the same at USA, the same at the North America. The only difference is the weighing was different weights. So at the USA's, I was, I think I weighed in at 234, I think, or 33, I think. Then at the North American, I weighed in at 225. So, but on stage at North America, I was 234 because I was cabbing up all night.
Okay. How do y'all look so big at these weights? Like, I don't look that big at that weight. Like, I don't understand how y'all carry that weight like that. Because you look just as big as anybody else.
It's not like you looking big because I was on no carb for 3 weeks and a half. So I was just mostly my diet is just protein and veggies. So my body was so dry and it was just ready to absorb whatever it's coming. So that was why it just looks like I look so big. It's because I was so lean when I was pregnant. Because after the US, I did not really go enough. I only had like 2 days break to eat whatever I want, and then I just went back to grinding, and I just kept grinding. And I would say even my training and everything, I had to restructure them. Everything changed. I was training like 3 times every day or 4 times sometimes every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you turn your phone sideways just so we can see?
Hold on.
Huh?
Sorry, did you say training like up to 3 times a day per day, like training sessions?
Yeah.
Or are you putting cardio as a training session too?
Okay, this is how it is. In the morning, I'll do cardio. I usually like doing my cardio at 5 a.m. in the morning till mostly my cardio is like 1 hour. I don't really do a lot of long cardio. So once I do cardio in the morning, maybe 50 minutes or 1 hour, then I do core exercise like abs for like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mostly I used to do like maybe around 700 crunches every day or 800 crunches. Yeah, so that's how I got my waist really small. And so I used to have 2 training sessions or 3 training sessions a day. So, okay, in the morning, cardio, core, that's like an hour, 30 or 40 minutes.
Mhm.
And then I'll go to work, train most of my clients. And then once I'm done with my morning clients, maybe around 12, I'm gonna train from 12 to 2 or 3. So after then I go home, nap like an hour, then go back to work again. Train my clients from like 5 to like 8 or 9, depending on how many clients I have in the evening. And then I'll do touch-ups. Touch-ups is usually like an hour, 30 minutes. So touch-ups is like my biceps, my adductors, my abs. So I train those ones like 1 hour, 30 minutes again. So
Ah,
it's just a week. So sorry.
there you
I,
go.
I find that interesting because you said I'm putting everything together in one holistic thing. So you said you're almost on zero carbs. So you're basically doing zero carbs. You're doing an hour of cardio session. You're a personal trainer, so you're moving around a lot.
Yeah, I'm
during the
moving
day.
around a lot. I get in
And-
around 12,000 to 15,000 steps every day.
Yeah, and the fact that you're doing at least 2 to 3 sessions,
Yeah,
like workout sessions a day,
I was on
uh,
200 calories of meal.
that's pretty intense. I gotta
That's a
say,
lot. Yeah,
that's pretty
that's a lot.
intense. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But see, that's the thing. With West Africans, usually that's the case. Like we have to go really low with food to get in shape. You don't see a lot of, you don't see a lot of us like eating 300-400 carbs and getting in shape. It's usually pretty severe. Usually pretty severe because that's
Yeah, and
pretty.
the
steep.
fact that he's doing all that, like if you told me that the guy that the super heavy with the pure glutes, that was his thing, that's why his glutes, I would say yeah. Or if Stu did
Yeah.
that, Stu would be peeled to his
I'm
fucking
listening to
bones.
this like, how the fuck?
I mean,
What?
Yeah,
I'd
Even
be like
hospital.
200 pounds if I
So
did that.
I didn't even
it's
know you were
crazy.
China.
Yeah, it's crazy how that works. But
Yeah,
the way I look at it, it just makes you stronger because you feel like you can handle anything. You be like, I can do
Yeah.
anything. You know what I'm saying?
I think for me, I don't really, how would I say, I don't really depend on maybe because I'm black or maybe because I'm from Africa. I don't depend on that. I just depend on because I critique myself a lot. Before you critique me, I already critique myself. So whatever
Yeah.
I say, I already said it twice to myself, maybe 20 times. So I believe I am not where I want to be.
Mhm.
And because I know where I started from and I know where I'm going to go, so I always bust my ass more than anyone that I've seen. I've never had a training partner that stick around because they don't survive whatever I bring to them. You understand? And even I would say even my coach knows how I train. So he never structured my workout. He knows that this guy goes like when I'm working out, I have my headset on. I don't like people talking to me in the gym when I'm working out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just straight to the business. I would say I haven't seen someone that work out as crazy as I do. I'm not a big guy, but I can take on anyone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of questions, but for the sake of time,
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep them till our
we're gonna
next
save it.
session.
We're gonna save
Yeah,
it for
but I
next
have a
time.
lot of questions from everything you've just said. So yeah, I'm looking forward to definitely
But
speaking to you.
there's one question we have to ask.
Okay.
How old are you?
Would you guess?
We were like anywhere from 25 to 35.
No,
we can't
Idea.
we can't tell.
I want you guys to guess. I'm gonna tell you my age. Now guess.
I think 28.
Okay.
32.
What about you?
I'm gonna guess my age, like 31.
Okay.
What about Stu?
32.
Okay, you guys are around the corner. I'm actually 31. I'm gonna be 32.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's fair.
But I don't
That's
look
fair.
my age.
It's hard to tell. I don't know what age to I don't know what age to pick for you.
I get that a lot. The problem is I eat very, very organically.
Okay.
I don't eat a lot of junk food. I've not eaten pizza in like maybe
Oh, yeah.
5 to 6 years now.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say like I'm bragging, but I just don't like it.
Yeah.
You understand? So I try to do
Jollof though. He wanna eat jollof.
I try to do everything in a way that everything has to be organic.
Yeah.
You understand? If I want to eat bread, I like it to be whole wheat or freshly made. You understand? I just like everything fresh.
You living that Cali life, baby. It's all about the O's over there, you know?
Yeah. Even just now, I just made some African food. I just made some egusi.
I was just about to ask.
And I'm about to have it with some pounded yam. So if you know what it's
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, we know exactly what that is.
You're speaking their language, bro.
I'm actually gonna be I'm gonna be in your town today to see my sister. I'm gonna tell her to make some Ghanaian jollof for you, just so you can see who got the better jollof. Just so you,
yeah, you know who has the best jollof.
I'm about to bring him like a nice big plate. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you have a good sample to see who what's up with the jollof in Ghana. but yo, thanks for coming on, man. It was short, but we'll definitely have you back on Sunday. We'll get deeper into it.
Okay, just a reminder, because I'm not gonna say I'm busy. I'm a busy person, but I'm a little bit busy because I have a lot going on. I just moved into my own house, so we're doing a lot of renovation and all this stuff. Yeah, one more thing. I only have Sundays as my day off. You understand?
Okay. Yeah.
So if we have any podcast, just remind me an hour before.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Just send me a message an hour before for me to prepare, because I have like 2 other podcasts on Sunday also. So I don't want to make it up. You understand?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
We have to agree on timing, and because yesterday we did not agree on timing.
Yeah.
With my phone, because I don't really use my phone a lot. Being a social guy, but still I don't use my phone. So I just, unfortunately, I just checked my phone and I just saw your missed call and I was like, what's going on? And I just had to just download. I don't even have Zoom on my phone.
No worries, brother.
But for next week, let me know the timing, because if it is 3 p.m. here in Cali, let me know. If it is your timing, let me know, so that I can just put a reminder on my phone and then just pop me. Let me understand what we're gonna do. You get what I mean?
Yeah, perfect. So now we got each other's numbers, so it's gonna be a lot easier to communicate.
Okay,
but yeah. But thanks for coming on. It was short, but it was worth the wait. You know what I'm saying? It was worth the wait. Nigerian time, he was on Nigerian time, no problem. All right, y'all. Thank everybody for coming on. I gotta go drive to Marietta, like 2 hours. And I gotta bring my dog with me. He's gonna be pissed when I go to get him from the room. I had him locked in the room for a little minute.
Actually, I work at Marietta. That's not where I live. I live at. I just moved to Hemet recently, so my house is at Hemet, but I just have to drive down to Marietta for work every day. It's
Okay. Yeah.
what it is. I still don't know. Maybe I'm gonna train today, but I already did cardio this morning. But I don't know because there's a lot just going on today. Even the families are around and everyone's around. So,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna make it to the gym, I'll just let you know after like 2 hours, like I'm coming around. But if I'm not gonna make it, it's gonna be some other time. But if you can come other time, I would love us to just eat something together. Whatever.
Oh yeah.
If Stu is gonna come, I would like to host him. It's fine. And also, my brother, if you wanna come, let me know.
Ken is in Jersey and Stu is in where's Stu at? Yeah, they're far. They're far away. We all gonna be at the Olympia though.
Okay. Yeah, I'm planning on showing up at the Olympia too. I'll probably drive down there on Friday night, then show up on Saturday.
So you guys are going to be at the Olympia. I'm out of PTO.
Oh damn! You're not gonna make it. Oh shit!
So I'm not going to the Olympia.
All good. All good, Ken. You've been working, but all right, guys. Thank you, everybody for coming out. Peace out. I'll see you guys next week.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Take care,
y'all.